So I'm going to talk quickly about cost basis, and then I want to do a couple of questions together. So all right. So if it's exercised, what am I doing at the strike price here? What am I doing at the strike? If you exercise a call, right, I buy the call. I buy at 40. You can't really use the chart for this. I buy the stock for 40. What else? What else? What else did I pay? And so I'm going to rephrase. I buy the stock for 40, so I pay 40. And I paid 7. So total, that's my cost basis. The total amount that you paid, that's your cost basis. Okay, let's say I sell a call. Okay. Sell a DEF70 call at 4. If the call is exercised, what am I forced to do? What am I forced to do? Somebody comes in the room, calls the stock away from me. I'm forced to deliver the stock at 70. So I receive 70. Right? I receive 70. And what else did I receive? Right? I received 70 for selling the stock. What else did I receive? And received 4 for the premium. So I received 74 total. And the money you received, that's called your proceeds. If it's money you received, it's called your proceeds. By the way, you're thinking like, this is crazy, this is really hard. You all understand this. It's just more complicated than it needs to be. Let's say, for example, I buy stock at 32 and sell for 50, right? What's my profit? Of course, it's 18 bucks, right? What would a tax accountant say here? Well, your cost basis is 32, your proceeds is 50. You would never think that way. It's just intuitive. My profit's 18. Okay, I paid 32. I sold it for 50. Right, how about a put? All right. So I buy an ABC July 60 put at 4. So if it is exercised, if I exercise the put, what am I doing with the stock if I exercise the put? I'm selling at 60, right? If I exercise the put, I am selling at 60. So I receive 60. Now tell me about the premium though. Did I pay or receive the premium? So I get 60 bucks because I sold the stock. But I paid 4. So my net proceeds, my net received is 56. So that's my proceeds. So you see, I combine the strike and the premium. Now, when do I ultimately have to pay taxes? Only when I liquidate the position, right? Just exercising an option itself, right? You see here, I had 2 transactions. I bought and I sold. This is a tax event. This is not a tax event. This is not a tax event. You have to liquidate the position. If you bought stock 5 years ago and you haven't sold it yet, you don't have a taxable event yet. So you have a taxable event. All of these I'm exercising. I don't have any taxable events yet, though. You have to liquidate the position. You have to realize the profit or loss, right? When you liquidate and you got all that cash into your account, that's when you have a taxable gain or loss. If you exercise and now you just own the stock, you don't have a taxable event at that point. Is proceeds only for bearish sales and cost basis for bullish purchases? No. Every position will ultimately have a cost basis and a proceeds. Right in here, I have a cost basis of 47. What are my proceeds? I don't know. It depends what we sell the stock for. Let's say 3 years from now, the stock triples and we sell it for 150. That's my proceeds. Here, I sold the stock for 70. let's say, what's my cost basis? I don't know. Let's say I buy it back 5 years later for 100. That's my cost basis. So every transaction, every taxable transaction will have either both proceeds and cost basis. If you bought the stock today, you have cost basis, but you don't have proceeds yet if you haven't sold it yet. So this is a concept where the terminology is a little confusing, but it's intuitive, right? If you understand the mathematics of buying stock for 10 and selling for 12, you profited $2. You intuitively understand cost basis and proceeds. You just didn't call it that until now.